Imagine two students. Both have worked incredibly hard for years. Both earned excellent grades. Both completed meaningful research projects. Both dream of building a career in science. Today, they are both about to send one email. An email that could change their future. 1 week later, one of them receives an invitation to discuss a PhD opportunity. The other never receives a reply. Why? Was one student more intelligent? Probably not. Did one have a much stronger academic background? Not necessarily. So, what made the difference? Here's the surprising part. That email was their very first contact with a potential PhD supervisor. And in many cases, the outcome was decided before either student typed the first sentence. Today, I'll show you why. Welcome to the channel. I'm Yalem. Every week, I help students and researchers become stronger applicants for scholarships, PhD positions, and international research opportunities. In today's episode, I'll share the 7 proven strategies that make professors much more likely to read and respond to your email. Let's begin. So, what actually made the difference? It wasn't writing a longer email. It wasn't using more impressive words. And it certainly wasn't finding the perfect email template online. The biggest difference was everything that happened before the email was written. Many applicants start by asking, "What should I write?" Successful applicants ask a different question. Where to? What do I need to understand before I write? That single shift in thinking changes everything. Because professors aren't looking for perfect emails. They're looking for applicants who understand their research, who can explain their fit, and who communicate with purpose. Today, I'll walk you through the 7 proven strategies that successful PhD applicants use before they ever press the send button. Let's build your success framework. Let's start with the most important strategy of all. Son, research fit. Many applicants believe the purpose of a first email is simply to introduce themselves. But that's only part of the story. The real purpose of your email is to show the professor that you understand their research and that your own experience connects naturally to it. Think about it this way. A professor isn't searching for random students. They're looking for someone who can contribute to the questions. Their research group is trying to answer, today. That changes everything. Because your first task isn't writing, it's researching. Before you ever open your email, before you write a subject line, before you introduce yourself, take the time to understand the professor's world. Read their recent publications. Explore their laboratory website. Look at their current research projects. Ask yourself, where is this research group heading? And then ask an even more important question. Where do I fit into that journey? When you can answer that question, your email changes completely. It no longer sounds like another application. It becomes the beginning of a professional research conversation. And that is what Research Fit is all about. Now that you've identified research fit, the next step is personalization. This is where many applicants make an important mistake. They think personalization simply means writing the professor's name. But real personalization goes much deeper. It shows that you've taken the time to understand what the professor is working on today. For example, instead of saying, "I am interested in your research," say something specific. I recently read your publication on microbial ecology, and I was particularly interested in your findings on soil microbial interactions. That single sentence tells the professor something important. You invested time before writing. Now, connect your own experience. Explain how your research, your skills, or your academic background relate to their current work. Personalization isn't about making your email longer. It's about making it more meaningful. Before a professor reads your email, there is one thing they see first: your subject line. Many applicants overlook this small detail, but a clear subject line immediately tells the professor what your email is about. Avoid vague subjects like "Hello," "Application," or simply "PhD." Instead, write something that is specific and professional. For example, prospective PhD applicant, soil microbial ecology. In just a few words, you've answered 3 important questions: who you are, why you're writing, and your research area. A good subject line won't earn you a PhD position by itself, but it creates a strong first impression, and first impressions matter. Many applicants spend most of their email explaining what they hope to receive: a PhD position, a scholarship, an opportunity to join the lab. But successful applicants think differently. Instead of asking only, "What can this professor do for me?" they also ask, "What can I contribute to this research?" Worse, maybe you've worked with PCR, maybe you've analyzed sequencing data, maybe you've gained experience in statistics, programming, microscopy, or laboratory techniques. These are not just items on your CV. They are value. When you explain how your knowledge and experience connect to the professor's current work, your email becomes much more than a request. It becomes the beginning of a potential collaboration. And that's exactly how many professors think. Even the best email can be overlooked. If it arrives at the wrong time, professors balance many responsibilities: teaching, research, grant applications, conferences, supervising students. That means timing matters. Before sending your email, take a few minutes to look for clues. Has the professor recently published a paper? Has the research group announced a new project? Is there an advertised PhD opportunity? These signals can help you choose a better time to make contact. And remember, if you don't receive a reply immediately, don't assume the answer is no. Sometimes, the answer is simply, "Not right now." A respectful follow-up, after giving the professor reasonable time to respond, is often more effective than sending multiple emails within a few days. Once you've written a strong email, the next question is, what should I attach? A common mistake is thinking that more documents create a stronger application. In reality, the opposite is often true. Every attachment should have a clear purpose: your CV, your academic transcript, a research statement if it's relevant, and publications or research work if they genuinely strengthen your application. Avoid sending large collections of unrelated documents, and always use clear professional file names. For example, instead of CV_, final_v7.pdf, and use Lisa_Martin_Sieve.pad for ours. Small details like these demonstrate organization and professionalism. Remember, your attachments should support your email, not distract from it. You've sent a thoughtful email. You've researched the professor, personalized your message, included the right documents. Now comes the hardest part: waiting. Remember, professors are often balancing teaching, research, grant writing, conferences, and supervising students. If you don't receive a reply immediately, don't assume your email was rejected. Sometimes it's simply waiting in a busy inbox. If a reasonable amount of time has passed, a single polite follow-up is completely appropriate. Keep it brief, respectful, professional. And if you still don't receive a reply, thank the professor silently for their time and continue applying to other opportunities. Persistence is important, but professionalism is what people remember. Let's bring everything together. On the left, you see an email that many applicants send. It's polite, but it's generic. It doesn't demonstrate research. It doesn't show a clear connection. And it doesn't explain why this applicant belongs in the research group. Now watch what happens when we apply the 7 strategies we've covered today. First, we improve the subject line. Next, we personalize the introduction. Then, we demonstrate research fit. After that, we explain how our experience can contribute to the professor's work. We include only the most relevant attachments. And we finish with a professional closing. Notice something important. The email didn't become dramatically longer. It became more focused, more relevant, more thoughtful. That's what makes the difference. Many applicants spend hours trying to write the perfect email. Successful applicants spend those hours understanding the professor first. Before you contact any professor, take one final look at your application. Have you taken the time to understand the professor's research? Have you shown how your experience connects to their work? Have you written a clear, professional email? Have you included only the documents that truly strengthen your application? These small steps may seem simple, but together, they create a powerful first impression. Remember, many applicants spend hours writing the perfect email. Successful applicants spend those hours understanding the professor first, and that can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Every week, I share practical strategies to help you succeed in scholarships, applications, research careers, and academic life. If this video helped you, share it with someone who is preparing their own academic journey. And before you send your next application, remember this: many applicants spend hours writing the perfect email. Successful applicants spend those hours understanding the professor first. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.